Oh, man. I'm sorry, guys. You know, if you guys hear some, football in the background, I'm gonna spend the first couple minutes of this review watching the end of the Bucks, Giants game because I am I'm a Tom Brady fan. That's a first down, Buccaneers, baby. Let's go. Like I said, I'd rather sit on here for the first part of the podcast and watch the end of this game because this game was better than anything we saw on Monday Night Raw tonight. Anything. And don't try to argue or dispute with me. That's facts. I'm at work and we have a big TV at our job, and I was watching the Bucks game and I had the Monday Night Raw on my phone, and I'm just like, there's nothing interesting on Raw. There's nothing interesting on Raw, man. I've been saying this if you guys have been watching my SmackDown reviews. I'm more interested in what's going on SmackDown with Sami Zayn as IC champion, Sasha Banks versus Bayley, Roman Reigns and the Tribal Chief, and him building up that faction with Jey Uso. I care about that more than anything that's going on with Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw is just pure garbage. So if you guys hear football here, the Giants to stop the Bucks on third down. Like I said, hey, you see, you guys are watching the game too, right? That's what I'm saying, bro. I want to see, are the Bucks going for it on 4th and 1? I don't know. I would kick the field goal. Like I said, we'll get the Monday Night Raw in just a second, but this is what I don't know. The Bucks have it at 4th and 1. Do you run the Brady skeep? All right, they kick the field goal. The Giants would have to score and get a two-point conversion. Right, yo, run the QB sneak, bro. What if they miss the field goal? I don't know. I'll say the best thing on Monday Night Raw is Alexa Bliss in the feed right now. Everything else is garbage. Garbage. Okay, well, let's see how this field goal goes. Once the field goal happens, we'll get into Monday Night Raw. Here we go, 38-yard field goal. 38-yard field goal by the Bucks. Come on, Ryan, scoop. And it's in. Let's go. Buccaneers 25, Giants 17. So the Giants have to score and get the two-point conversion for this game to go to overtime. Anyway, all right. Let's get into it. Yo, Muhammad, I don't know who you call the B word up in here, bro. Bro, come on. Like I said, I'd rather sit here and talk about Tom Brady and how he's the GOAT for an hour than talk about anything about Monday Night Raw. This show was garbage. Was garbage. But, as always, I sit here and review for you guys, and you guys love me for it. So, we'll see. As the Giants are trying to come back, let's talk about Raw, because I don't think this is going to be a long review tonight because nothing happened on this show, all right? Anyway, yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy. Fitz on TV here, a.k.a. G133. I am back here today with another episode of the Legit Shoot Podcast, here with your Monday Night Raw review and results for November 2nd, 2020. First podcast of November. It's crazy, man. We are already about to be at the end of 2020, man. All right? Before we get into anything, just want to say, if you guys can, make sure you guys go out and vote. All right? I think registration's over because the election is tomorrow. But if you guys are registered, make sure you guys go out and vote. There's definitely places in wherever your city or your town is, wherever you guys are in the U.S., there's places everywhere. I'm going to go vote at a church 2 minutes from my house tomorrow. So if you guys can, go out and vote. This is one of the most important elections of our time, man. And, I would not be doing my part if I didn't mention it on the podcast. It would be too easy for me just to come on here and get back into swing of things when there's bigger things. There's bigger things going on in our world other than WWE, other than football, right? You know, we are in crazy times, and we need leadership. So I don't care if you're a fan of Trump or Biden. You know, you guys try to be safe. Don't do anything stupid. Go out and vote and then go back home, because I know there are going to be people that are going to, you know, do stupid stuff tomorrow, and there's going to be violence, and I don't want any of you guys to get hurt. I care about you guys. So if you guys can, go out and vote. I don't care who you guys are voting for. Just do your part. Do your part. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Other than that, guys, let's get into Raw. Like I said, we are on the road to Survivor Series, a.k.a. they're calling this the best of the best. I hate when they come up with these stupid taglines, because you have Tom Phillips' dumbass, you know, Giants are down. About to be 3rd and long. Anyway, they come up with these stupid taglines, and then they come out and they have Tom Phillips say it over and over and over again. Tonight you have the superstars coming out saying, oh, I'm the best of the best. And I'm just like, this Survivor Series build does not feel important. It doesn't. There's no, like, implications. NXT's not involved, right? And if we've been seeing Raw and SmackDown go at it all year. We've seen, you know, them invading each other's shows. So the brands have not even felt exclusive at all. Oh, it's about to be 4th down for the Giants. Anyway, like, it just hasn't felt important. So I'm just like, wow, really? Should I honestly care? Should I honestly care? I really don't care. Outside of Sasha Banks and Asuka, because I believe Sasha's going to retain this Friday, and, you know, the Street Profits and the New Day, which we should be getting unless the Hurt Business become Raw Tag Team Champions, I don't really care about the rest of Survivor Series. There's no implications, and it doesn't really feel that special. So, you know, it's another reason why I just didn't care about anything on Raw, because this stuff does not feel special. It doesn't. It doesn't. All right, Giants are on 4th down, 4th and 5. 4th and 5. Daniel Jones, he's scrambling. He throws it back. Slayton catches it. Oh, Slayton got the 1st down. Oh, my gosh. Damn. Okay, I got to give Daniel Jones credit for that throw. Got to give him credit for that throw. Anyway, back to it. I just don't really care. Like I said, I'm paying more attention to Monday Night Football than the Raw review, because, honestly, I don't care, right? SmackDown, I care about SmackDown because I'm invested in what's going on there. There's nothing I'm invested to on Raw other than Alexa Bliss and The Fiend. They're the only real good thing. Why do you think Alexa Bliss is the thumbnail? Alexa Bliss has been the thumbnail for the Raw reviews the last couple weeks. Why you think? You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. But let's get into it. So, the show started off with Randy Orton. The whole, one of the things they were building up on tonight's show is the Apex Predator has become the hunted. Because, you know, Randy Orton, throughout his entire career, he's been the one hunting down his opponents. Now he's being hunted as the WWE Champion from all sides. He's being hunted by The Fiend, who wants revenge from what happened in 2017. Forgive me, guys. I had to wipe my nose a little bit. He's also being hunted by Drew McIntyre, who wants a rematch for the WWE title. He's also being hunted by The Miz and Morrison, because The Miz is now Mr. Money in the Bank, which I still don't care about. All right? Flag. Anyway, so Randy Orton declared himself the best of the best. Then he went back on it and called himself, I'm the best, period. I was like, okay. Like I said, I hate when WWE likes to throw these damn taglines down your throat. No matter if it's the best of the best or hottest, you know, party of the summer or the greatest Royal Rumble, right? Or the greatest match ever, like between Edge and Orton from Backlash. WWE likes to do this so much. Or WrestleMania, like too big for one night. WWE does this too much. I hate it because they shove these things down your throat. And, you know, I get their marketing that they're trying to get you to care about the pay-per-view. But at the end of the day, it makes me care less about the pay-per-view. Because it's just like they're shoving it down your throat like we get it. If you mention it a couple times, fine. But when you mention it every 5 minutes for every single match. All right. Anyway, back to it. Orton called himself the best, period. He said he was superior to everybody. You know, superior to Edge, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, John Cena. And, you know, Randy Orton is a legend, but I don't know if he's better than those guys, right? He's one of the greatest of all time, but he's not one of the greatest of all time. But anyway, he said, the reason why I'm in the position that I am is because I am the best. And now that I'm WWE Champion, I am simply a legend. Right? He dared anyone to come out and try to take the title from him. rather than Roman Reigns, The Miz, Drew McIntyre, The Fiend, Alexa Bliss was the one that came out. And you guys, Alexa Bliss has probably been the best thing on Monday Night Raw lately. I love Alexa and what she's doing right now with The Fiend. I'm loving this character. So Alexa just really stared into Randy's eyes. There was a little bit of back and forth, but she uttered, "He could be here." Then the arena went dark, and then we saw the Fiend's, ha 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 ha, that came out. So then we saw Bliss was gone after the lights turned back on. McIntyre delivered a huge Claymore kick. He says, "I dare you to give me my rematch." So the storyline they're doing with Drew is Drew plans to attack Randy Orton every single week till he gets his WWE Championship rematch. And I think, all right, if I would not be surprised if the week before Survivor Series we see Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton for the WWE title, just because. All right, because WWE's been doing these things. They've been mentioning, if a champion is still champion before Survivor Series, and then they would say, whatever the match is. So it's like every championship is being defended at least once before the Survivor Series. All right. So like I said, I think we're gonna get Drew versus Randy. If we don't get it before Survivor Series, they'll probably do it at TLC. Even though the feud should be done, I'm not interested in Drew versus Randy. I want to see Drew be WWE champion again, but I would like to see that when we have a live crowd back. Not like this. I like this. No, I'm done with this feud. All right. I think the next person that's probably gonna take the title from Randy is most likely going to be Edge, right? Then when Edge comes back, Edge will probably lose that title to The Miz via cash-in, and then I think that's when The Fiend will become WWE champion. Either The Fiend or Keith Lee. Like, I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but those I think are the next WWE champions. I think Edge will be the next WWE champion, and then The Miz will cash in on Edge, and then going forward, either The Fiend or Keith Lee will be the one to take the title from The Miz, because I don't see The Miz being a long-term champion. All right, I don't even care for Miz being a WWE champion. But, yeah, so McIntyre made his way to the back. Miz came out, and he was going to try to cash in, but the Scottish psychopath tossed him from the ring, claiming that no one would take the gold away from Orton but him. But I'm just like, isn't that stupid? If I'm Drew McIntyre, what I would do is, and I hate this, because WWE loves to make babyfaces look dumb, right? Ooh. Daniel Jones almost intercepted, threw another interception. Anyway, what happened is, if I'm Drew McIntyre, I would want The Miz to be WWE champion. You know why? Because The Miz is not on the level of a Randy Orton. So, if I'm thinking logically, I would want The Miz to be WWE champion, because then he's easier for me to defeat, to get the championship back, than Randy Orton. Like you look like looking like a freaking idiot. Looking like an idiot. I hate that. WWE's always making their baby faces look dumb. I hate, they should have just let Miz become champion so Drew could get the title back. I hate when they make these dumbass decisions. Why do I have more logic than the people who get paid to write this show? Anyway, man, I didn't care for this opening segment. It wasn't terrible or anything. Oh, Daniel Jones almost threw another pick. It's 4th down and 16. Let's go, Brady. Let's go, Bucks. End it right here. So it wasn't a bad segment to open the show. I just really didn't care. Next up, we had a guitar on a pole match. Jeff Hardy versus Elias. All right? I didn't care about this match at all. This was stupid. I've been consistent. I've said this for weeks. I don't care about Jeff Hardy and Elias. Right? I understand it's supposed to be, a simple mid-card feud, right? But, legit, I have no care for it. I don't care about either one of these two individuals. It's just whatever. 4th and 16. 4th and 16. Jones is scrambling. Throws it. Oh, they completed it on 4th down. Damn. I got to give credit to Jones, man. The Giants are driving. The Giants are driving, but they're running out of time. There's 1 minute left in the game. So, anyway, Elias dominated the match early, right? But of course, Jeff Hardy got the classic babyface comeback. He delivered a twist of fate and then scaled the ropes. He tried to grab the guitar, but Elias grabbed onto his ankle. Hardy fought him off, grabbed the guitar, and cracked it over his opponent's back. 3 seconds later, Hardy got the win. So much for that Elias push, am I right? I thought Elias was getting a push on Raw. 30 seconds left. The Giants are driving. He throws it away. All right. Damn, man. I don't want. Imagine the Giants win this, bro. Well, first they have to tie the game. First they got to get a touchdown to get a 2-point conversion, right? But like I said, I didn't care for this match at all. I was watching Monday Night Football more than watching Raw tonight. But Hardy gets the win, so that should end the feud. I don't know why anybody else would care about seeing this feud going forward, right? I thought Elias was gonna win this match just because we're hearing all this about Elias getting a push. Yeah, but whatever. Like I said, I would not be surprised. WWE will probably do another match next week. Daniel Jones. Oh! The Giants just scored. The Giants just scored, but they have to get a 2-point conversion. They have to get a 2-point conversion. Damn. Damn. Oh my gosh. You guys watching the football? Eric says a guitar and a pole match. Like I said, bro, like who cares? Who cares, man? This is a waste of our time. It's filler. That's what most of Monday Night Raw is. It's filler. It's filler. But hopefully this ends it. Hopefully this ends the feud. They'll probably do another match next week, but who cares? Who cares? Anyway, let's see if the Giants get this 2-point conversion. If the Bucks stop it here, they would win the game. And the Bucks call a timeout. Let's see. Anyway, yeah, but who cares? Next up, we had for the Women's Tag Team Champions, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. I guess this makes sense because Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke have been the only team that have been built up for a championship match, so I guess it makes sense. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I guess Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce are a team now. They make no sense. I'm sitting here thinking, like, I'm not a fan of the Iconics, but, like, do you honestly break that team up for Peyton Royce? I thought they were putting Peyton Royce in a singles position. Anyway, 2-point conversion. Let's see if the Giants get this. The Bucks get... Okay, let's see. Let's see what the play is. They got shotgun. It looks like he's going to Dion Lewis. Broken up. Let's go. There's a flag? But anyway, like I said, I don't know why Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans are a team. Like, who cares about that, right? But anyway, I'm not going to lie, this wasn't a bad match. It wasn't a bad match. Mandy Rose, like I said, she's not bad in the ring. Dana Brooke is whatever. And, Nia sucks. I don't have to say anything else. You guys know this. The big story here was Lana came down at ringside, and she was trying everything to distract Nia and Shayna and keep them from retaining their titles. There was actually a point where Mandy almost got a pin here, but Lana got on top of the ropes. Then Baszler threw Dana into Lana, knocked her off, and then she fell into the Karafuji clutch for the win. So anyway, this got Nia. Let's go. I think they didn't call a flag there, so that should be the end of the game there. But anyway, Nia and Shayna were not happy about this, so what they did is later on in the show we had Lana versus Nia Jax. And I don't know who would care about this, bro. Like, I've been hearing reports that Lana's supposed to get a major babyface push. If a major babyface push is getting pushed through an announce table 7 straight weeks, then man, oh man, Fitz is out of touch. For real. Like, I don't understand this. How are you building sympathy by getting Lana pushed through the same table every single week? You know what people are doing now? I saw this on Twitter before Monday Night Raw tonight. People are coming up with predictions of how Nia will put Lana through the table week by week. Because it's a guarantee. Here's your guarantee now for Monday Night Raw each week. The show will be bad. Monday Night Football will be better, right? I'm going to give you a great review. And 4, Lana's going to get pushed through an announce table. Those are the 4 guarantees with Monday Night Raw each and every single week. It's mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing how they think this is creative and this is good television. You're not building sympathy. You're making yourself look like idiots. Make yourself look like idiots. All right, Giants are going for an onside kick, but like I don't get it. I don't get it. I under like and the WWE would say, oh, we're not punishing Lana because Rusev has been burying WWE every time he does an interview or a promo with AEW. No, it is. Because you're not making us care about Lana. You're not helping her character at all. You're making yourself look like stupid idiots, right? And you're making yourself look salty just because someone who you released from the company went out and exposed you for the bad business people that you are. It's really that simple at the end of the day. There's nothing else really to say about it. There really isn't. Right? This match was nothing good. This was terrible and was a waste of time. Right? Lana got some offense here, but the match wasn't good. Every time Jax would go for a pin, she would cancel the pin and say, no, Lana needs to quit on her own. Lana refused to quit. All right? Jax put Lana down with a Samoan drop. After the match, Jax and Baszler walking away from the ring. They decided to go get Lana out of the ring and push her through the announce table. 7 straight weeks. So the Buccaneers recover the football here. They recover the onside kick. And Giants don't have any more timeouts. So it should just be a kneel down to end the game. Yeah, shut up, Daniel Jones. You suck. You're like the second coming of Eli Manning, and that's not a good thing. Anyway, who cares about this? Honestly. Like, I don't know how am I supposed to care about the Women's Survivor Series tag team match? Really? Jax, Baszler, Mandy, Dana, and Lana? Honestly, SmackDown should sweep. It should honestly be a showcase for Bianca Belair, to be honest. That's what the Women's Survivor Series match should be. Anyway, the Bucks game is over. The clock is counting down. Let's get it. And my boy Brady gets his dub. Bucks go to 6-2. Let's go. All right, now that the game is over, I can fully concentrate. Sadly, I have to concentrate on reviewing this terrible show. But anyway, yeah, Bucks get the win. Let's go. Anyway, like I said, I don't care about anything they're doing right now. Like, what was Asuka? I just realized this. Was Asuka even on the show? Like, I don't know. Someone in the chat let me know. Maybe I missed it. But I don't even think Asuka was on the show tonight. You're Raw Women's Champion. I don't know. Man. But, like I said, Raw's Women's Division is a mess. We need Naomi back. Like, it's just a mess right now. There's, like, nothing good going on in this show. Nothing good. It's so bad we don't even have an opponent lined up for Asuka. Asuka hasn't even had a real Raw Women's Championship feud since her feud with Sasha and Bayley, which was almost 3.5 months ago. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, the Raw Women's Division has never been this bad. Never been this bad. All right. But, yeah, that was it for the Women's Division. There was nothing else on the show for that. We had R-Truth versus Bobby Lashley, the 24/7 champion. R-Truth came out. I love R-Truth. I love his comedy. But, like, let's be serious here, man. Like, even R-Truth's comedy can't save the show. The 24/7 championship is garbage, right? You should not. I don't know why anybody would care about the 24/7 title. It's stupid. It's honestly stupid. All right. But he was thinking he was supposed to face Bobby Brooch of Waterboy fame, but no, he was informed by the interviewer, I forget her name, that he was going to go up against Bobby Lashley of the Hurt Business in a singles match. This was a short-lived match. It was kind of funny. R-Truth tried to say, hey, Lashley, I'll give you the victory. He tried to, sit down and take the pin. He said, just pin me, man. Just pin me. We don't got to fight. We don't want to do this. I'll give you the dub. It's whatever. Shows you how meaningless this match is, right? Like, it's like R-Truth's like, I don't care to wrestle this guy. Just take the dub. We all know Bobby Lashley would win the match anyway. So R-Truth was like, I'll spare the viewers at home. They don't have to watch this garbage. But instead, no, Lashley wasn't having it. He actually wanted to bring down some punishment on R-Truth. He picked him up, slammed him down, and then afterwards he put Truth in the Hurt Lock and forced the submission for the win. Then after the match, Drew Gulak attempted to win the 24/7 title, kind of similar to what we saw earlier in the night with The Miz trying to cash in Money in the Bank on Randy Orton when Drew McIntyre was in the ring. Lashley, was not having it, and then he put Gulak in the full Nelson. But after that, he actually laid Gulak on R-Truth And because of that, Gulak was able to get the victory and win the 24/7 title. So Lashley used this as a way to embarrass R-Truth. So it's whatever. I don't know. If I was R-Truth, I would have had MVP come down and become 24/7 champion. Because like I said, I would love to see the Hurt Business with all that gold on Raw. The Hurt Business are one of the only good things on this show. I love the Hurt Business. You know, because I could potentially, I think eventually we may see Alexander and Benjamin win the Raw Tag Team titles. We already have Lashley as the U.S. champion, and now we could having MVP as the 24/7 title. You know, I feel like that would be cool. I feel like that would be cool. I actually like the way the Hurt Business have been booked for the most part. All right. But either way, it's sad to see Drew Gulak, one of the actual best technician wrestlers on that show, actually booked like this. But hey, you know, you guys don't need to hear me complain about that. But that's what happened. So Gulak looks strong, and he embarrasses R-Truth by having him lose his 24/7 championship in the process. Next up, we had Team Raw, all right, led by AJ Styles. AJ Styles, as the heel, of course, he believes he is the captain of the team. All right, yeah, he believes he's the captain of the team. And we saw AJ Styles, he had his bodyguard hit the ring, right? His bodyguard was sitting on the outside, just watching. He invited Keith Lee and Sheamus down to the ring, all right? And he wanted to keep the peace and try to establish, like, you know, some team unity, whatever. You know, and basically the whole point he was trying to get across is we need to band together because if we win at Survivor Series, it will further his legacy. So classic heel move. Kind of like that from Styles, his mindset here. But still, all of a sudden, Lee said he was not intimidated by Styles' bodyguard, and he wasn't going to be intimidated just to do whatever Styles wanted. So it was whatever. Sheamus, you know, actually agreed with Lee on this regard, and then Braun Strowman came out. I don't know, guys. Like, I don't know. Is Braun Strowman a babyface? Is he a heel? Is he a tweener? Like, I don't know. It's like every week it's something different with Braun Strowman. I don't care about Braun Strowman. You guys know this. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. All right. Juggernaut. Wait, hold on. I gotta look at the chat real quick. Who's this guy? Juggernaut 097. Juggernaut, bro. I appreciate you being here, but don't come into my chat trying to advertise, you know, your channel, man. If you want to collab, that's one thing, but you can't come into my chat room trying to plug your channel, bro. Come on. That's kind of disrespectful. But anyways, like, whatever. I always appreciate having new viewers and anyway, but don't just come in here trying to advertise yourself. Like, come on. There's other ways to do that. But still, back to it. Strowman came out, like I said, I have no idea what he is, you know. He said the only thing this team needs is these hands. He said his resume speaks for himself and he shouldn't have to qualify, right? And, you know, I guess it makes sense in a way. Strowman does, you know, you could say Strowman does have a resume worthy of being on the Survivor Series team for himself. And Lee reminded that his rival, that they all had to qualify for the match. And, you know, Adam Pearce came out. Who cares about Adam Pearce, man? Like, every time he's on the screen, I turn away. Adam Pearce is probably the most boring character on WWE television, man. I do not care whenever he comes out. The guy sucks. But either way, he said that Strowman needed a qualifying match, but he couldn't find an appropriate opponent, right? And this was so stupid. So stupid, but classic WWE. So Styles, of course, you know, Styles pitches that Sheamus and Keith Lee both wanted a crack at Strowman, and they pitched a triple threat match. And if Strowman wins, he earns a spot on the Raw Survivor Series team. All right, I can understand Keith Lee wanted to get at Strowman, right? They've been feuding, even though their feud has been garbage. And you know, I can understand it for the most part. But here's the thing: you book a triple threat match between Sheamus, Lee, and Strowman. If Strowman wins the match, he gets on the Raw Survivor Series team. So here's the logic gap, right? Here's the logic gap. Lee and Sheamus, they've already qualified for the Raw Survivor Series team. At Survivor Series, no matter if Strowman's on the team or not, they're all supposed to be on the same side, fighting for Monday Night Raw, to beat SmackDown, to prove they're the bigger show. They're the better ones, right? The best of the best, right? So why the fuck are Strowman, or not Strowman, why the fuck are Lee and Sheamus fighting to keep Strowman off of Team Raw when they should want somebody like Braun Strowman, who has had success in Survivor Series matches? Why wouldn't they want him on the team? Does nobody in WWE actually think? No one actually thinks. They're having a triple threat match. They keep Strowman off the team when they should want him on the team. Like, hello? Use your heads. Use your heads. These are the logic gaps I'm talking about. Really? Oh, man. Mohammed Adam, thanks for subscribing, bro. Love having new viewers in the chat. Dumbass shit, man. I know you guys love when I'm ranting, but this is what I'm talking about. These damn logic gaps. Damn logic gaps. Fuck. Anyway, we get the match, right? I didn't care for the match because the whole time I'm watching Monday Night Football, and I'm thinking how stupid this company is. How does somebody like me, a senior college student, sit here and think better than the people who get paid to run this shit? It actually boggles my mind. I sit behind a webcam with a microphone, and I know better than the people who get paid to book these shows. Logic gaps. You could have just simply done a match with Braun Strowman against, I don't know, Humberto Carrillo or Angel Garza or anybody to get Strowman to qualify. Why do you have to do this dumb shit? Why? So either way, we get the match. The match wasn't bad, even though I wasn't paying attention about it. But the match wasn't bad or anything. But either way, it's just the logic gaps. The logic gaps. Even if this was the best match of the night, all I could sit here and think about is the logic gaps. But either way, Strowman, there was a spot here where it wasn't bad. There was a spot here where Strowman rammed his way through both Keith Lee and Sheamus. And like I said, we know how big Keith Lee is. Sheamus is a big man too. He's almost just as tall as Strowman. Sheamus is a big guy. So he brought him through the barricade. We come back from break, they're fighting, whatever. It's a pretty decent match, even though, it makes no sense. So we saw Strowman and Lee brought Sheamus down with a superplex Tower of Doom spot, which looked pretty good. Then we saw Sheamus recovered. He blasted Lee with a bro click. Strowman caught Sheamus in the power slam and put him away to earn his way onto the team. I thought that was the way this was going to end. You're not having Strowman beat Lee clean, right? And, so I was like, they're probably going to have Strowman lose the match. Not Strowman. They're probably going to have Sheamus lose. Even though logic gap, right? We should be trying to make Sheamus look strong on the way to Survivor Series. He had a great match with Matt Riddle last week, right? Great match. And I'll say something about Matt Riddle in a sec. But he had a great match with Matt Riddle last week, right? We should be making these Raw members look strong on the road to Survivor Series, right? No, we have Sheamus take the pin, whatever, right? Whatever. Classic WWE. So then, what happens after that? What happens after that? We see after the match, Styles is like clapping it up, trying to be the team captain, everything, trying to band everybody together, and then we see Strowman tries to, shake Sheamus' hand. Instead, Sheamus knocks it away. He actually gives Strowman a hug, right? They embrace for a little bit, but out of nowhere, Sheamus then bro kicks Strowman, which was kind of funny. Then we see Lee. He actually, then he took out Sheamus, and then Styles took out Lee with a drop kick. And Lee was like, come on, guys. Or Styles was like, come on, let's get together. So we'll see what happens next week, right? We'll see who's the last man on the Raw Survivor Series team. Like I said, maybe it's Matt Riddle. That's what I wanted to say about Matt Riddle. He's not named Matt Riddle anymore. WWE's always doing this. Always doing this, changing names, right? Charlotte, the Charlotte Flair, or freaking Buddy Murphy. Then they changed his they shortened his name to Murphy, right? Mustafa Ali, they shortened to Ali, and now they shortened Matt Riddle to Riddle. So I'm just like, wow, this makes sense. This makes a whole lot of sense, right? Matt Riddle to Riddle. And Vince's explanation for this is they want Matt Riddle to have more of a serious character. Yeah, okay, I can understand that. But we all know WWE when it comes to NXT talent. He always fucks them up. There's only been a couple names in WWE history that have been called up to NXT that have actually mattered on the main roster. 85% of the time, they round up being nothing. Rhea Ripley is the next one that's going to get called up from NXT. No matter if it's before the end of the year or it's at the Royal Rumble, she's the one. And I give her 6 months before WWE fucks her up. Probably less than 6 months. Right? Who the? Riddle? That's what we're supposed to call him? I'm all for Matt Riddle having a more serious character. But the thing about it is, if you just booked him like the way he was in NXT, you wouldn't have to make changes to him. You fucked him up. How do you mess up Matt Riddle? The guy, all he has to do is come out and say, bro, and he's over. Man, you think people are going to search up on Google and then they're going to put in Riddle and his name is going to pop up? No, it's not going to pop up. Right? He's not going to be the first. He won't even be in the first 10 mentions on search engines. You think of the name Riddle, you think of Riddler. Who the hell is going to think Matt Riddle's going to come up when you search up Riddle? It's stupid. WWE's always doing unnecessary garbage instead of fixing the things that are wrong with their shows. No, they decided to do this stupid-ass garbage. Stupid garbage. Riddle! No! When I type in Riddle, let's do that right now. Let's do this right now. Riddle. This is what comes up. Riddles Plant Farm. Riddles for kids. Riddles for adults. Alright? Riddle School. Riddler from Batman franchise. Riddle me this, Vince. How do you book a good show on Monday night? Riddle me that. Riddle Sand Springs. All right? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 things. No mention of Matt Riddle. You can make Matt Riddle the WWE champion tomorrow, and you search up Riddle, his name is not going to pop up on the first page. It's not going to pop up. Stupid. I guarantee you, by the time we get to WrestleMania season, he'll be right back to being called Matt Riddle. It's so dumb. Instead of fixing what's wrong with the show, they decide to put garbage. They care the focus on stupid stuff like someone's name. Why can't you focus on giving me 3 hours of enjoyable TV program so I can focus on Raw more than I focus on Monday Night Football? Why can't I get that? I'm going to move on. The Firefly Funhouse, probably the only good thing on the show tonight. You guys have heard me mention it. I've not been a big Alexa Bliss fan over the years, mainly because of how they booked Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks. Mainly for that. I've met Alexa Bliss a couple times in person. Very good human being, right? I love what they have been doing with Alexa Bliss the last couple months with the storyline with The Fiend. The Harley Quinn role, everything. She has fallen into this role perfectly. If you need a feud for Asuka, right? Because Asuka wasn't even on the show tonight, right? If you need a feud for Asuka, Alexa Bliss and Asuka should be your feud going forward. All right? I'm telling you right now, this is how you should book Asuka all the way to WrestleMania if you plan her being Raw Women's Champion all the way to WrestleMania. Because like I said, I don't agree with it, right? But Charlotte Flair is probably going to be the one to face Asuka at WrestleMania because I expect Charlotte Flair to be back for WrestleMania season. All right? This is what's going to happen. And you guys think about it. Charlotte Flair left WWE back in May. It's almost November now. So it's been almost half a year, which is crazy. But anyway, this is what's going to happen. Right? You should book Alexa Bliss versus Asuka, all right, for the rest of the year, going to Royal Rumble season. Then, if you want, maybe do a feud with Asuka and Naomi. I would love to see that. And everyone wants to see Naomi get a push, and she deserves it. And then, sadly, you're probably going to end up with Asuka versus Charlotte at WrestleMania. The only way I could see this not happening is if Ronda Rousey comes back, right? And we don't know what's going to happen with Becky Lynch because she's due to have her child next month in December, right? But WWE Vince wants Becky back for WrestleMania season. So if we are going to get Ronda versus Ronda versus Becky at Mania, maybe they have Ronda become Raw Women's Champion again. I could easily see WWE having Ronda come back around Royal Rumble time and having her on Raw and then have her be Raw Women's Champion. The only thing is maybe because when Becky comes back, I can see Becky on SmackDown just because Seth's on that show. But hey, that's how I book. How the hell can I sit in my? I know I've said this multiple times, but how can I sit here behind a camera with headphones in and book this Asuka better than WWE does? How does Asuka have no feud? No feud. She's had no feud since she beat Sasha Banks at SummerSlam. I just sat here in like 2 minutes, and I just gave you 3 feuds you can do with Asuka to get her all the way to WrestleMania. I don't get it. I don't get it. I would love to see an Alexa Bliss and Asuka feud because I love what they're doing with Alexa Bliss's character. Imagine Harley Quinn, Alexa Bliss interacting with Asuka. You know, I feel like they could do some really fun little segments there, right? I don't know how good a match would be between Alexa Bliss and Asuka, but just the overall feud and story they could tell, that's something I could get behind. But either way, we had the Firefly Funhouse, and, you know, I've been actually really enjoying what they've been doing with Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss. Wyatt admitted that Orton was a very bad man in the past. He started to say he built a new world with the ashes, and he's talking about the ashes from the fire that Randy Orton lit to burn down the Wyatt family compound. So we all know the whole Fiend's gimmick. He mainly goes after guys that have done him wrong in the past, and the next guy on his list is Randy Orton. But the Fiend said, unfortunately, it can't be that simple. He never forgets. I don't know. I'm thinking, you know, if we're talking about burning things down, okay, yeah, we should burn down Monday Night Raw because Vince is terrible at booking this crap. But maybe you can do something like a nice little callback. Like maybe you have Randy Orton, you know, sneak his way into the Firefly Funhouse and burn down, you know, the Firefly Funhouse the same way he burned down the family compound. That would be a cool little Easter egg. Maybe. But I don't know. This is something that just came to my mind. But either way, the Fiend said, unfortunately, it can't be that simple. He never forgets, referencing to the Fiend. With the assistance of Wyatt, Bliss showed off her newest trick. So it was blood coming from her mouth or some kind of demon tongue. I think it was just, you know, probably like, I forget what it's called. It's like, I don't know. Fruit roll-up. I think it was just like a red fruit roll-up or something coming out of Bliss's mouth. But, you know, they were trying to make it look like blood. But either way, you know, you had the host of the Funhouse uttering, oh shit, you know, because, you know, one of the themes they were doing tonight is no swearing. Either way, man, Alexa and The Fiend have been great, all right? And I love what they're doing with this. Alexa has been probably the best thing on Monday Night Raw. And, you know, like I said, hopefully WWE doesn't kill this to the grave, but we'll see. We'll see, all right? All right. And either way, you know, good Firefly Funhouse segment. One of the only good things on this show. Anyway, moving on. We already talked about Lana versus Nia Jax. We're almost done with the show. Almost done with the show. Yeah, another good thing on Monday Night Raw tonight. Like I said, I don't care if there's 2 or 3 good segments. That's not enough for this show to be good. It's a 3-hour Raw. And most Raws, you're going to have about 12 segments, 4 per hour. Right? 3 good segments out of 12 is not enough for a good show. I don't care what show it is, right? Maybe on SmackDown that's different because you're 2 hours. But when you're on 3-hour Raw, right, and you have Monday Night Football, 3 good segments is not enough for a good show. You guys have heard me say this in the past. So this was actually good. So we had the MVP. He hosted the MVP Lounge, and he stated that both Shelton and Benjamin, they wanted gold because they handled Retribution. Who cares about Retribution, bro? Right? Like who cares about Retribution, right? But he said that the Hurt Business wanted gold for their repayment. This brought out the New Day and was already pre-advertised that we would get Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander versus the New Day. This is a feud I can get behind because I care about the New Day and I care about the Hurt Business. I like both teams. So this is something I can get behind. This is what you should be doing with the New Day. All right? This is what you should be doing with the tag team division. Building up teams, building up stables, and having them go against each other. Because I care about the New Day, I care about the Hurt Business. Let's go. Enough of this, let's put random teams together. No, teams that don't make any sense. All right? You built up the Hurt Business pretty well over the pandemic, over most of this year. The New Day, they're one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Let's go. So this is actually something good that makes sense, right? So they ran down their accomplishments, including Kofi Kingston's WWE title run. Kingston and MVP traded bars. MVP was like, oh, you lost that championship in 8 seconds to Brock Lesnar. Kofi had a good line saying that Lashley only lasted 8 seconds in bed with Lana. So I like this. I like this, dynamic. The two teams going at each other. So then we got the match. This was a pretty good match. Pretty good. And probably the best thing on the show tonight. All right, outside of Bliss and The Fiend. So New Day had advantage early, but before Benjamin came out and he carried the heavy lifting. So then they took control for the second half. Kingston tagged in Woods, who got the hot tag, and he took the fight. Then he got sent over the top rope to the floor. Then the heels isolated Woods again, cutting off Kingston from his corner. Then the heels took over again for the next part of the match, but then Woods delivered a nice insecurity kick that allowed him to create some separations. Then Kingston exploded to the match. He mocked MVP doing the ball in and then delivering the boom drop, so I kind of like that. Then as the action broke down, Benjamin missed a blind tag to Woods, who delivered a really good DDT for a near fall. It's good to see that Woods is, just as good as he was before he tore his ACL. So gotta give Woods credit for that. So then there was another blind tag. This one was missed by Woods that allowed Benjamin to deliver pay dirt and Alexander to follow with the neutralizer for the win. So the Hurt Business get the victory, in a really good match. I think most likely what we're going to see is in either next week or the week after, we'll probably get the Hurt Business for the New Day for the Raw Tag Team Champions. Because like I said, they want all tag team championships, they want all titles basically defended before Survivor Series. So, I don't know. Like I said, I really want to see the Street Profits versus the New Day. I feel like that has a chance to possibly be tag team match of the year if given the time. But also, I'm not against seeing the Hurt Business versus the Street Profits, right? I'm surprised we didn't get that feud while both teams were on Monday Night Raw. But right now, if I'm them, I would have the New Day win, right? I would have the New Day win so we get the match with the New Day and the Street Profits at Survivor Series, and then at TLC, that's when I would do the New Day versus the Hurt Business. And then if you want the Hurt Business to win the tag team championships then, and then have the New Day chase after the Hurt Business going into 2021, okay, that's something I can get with. All right, that's something I can get with a lot. All right, that's the way I would book it. So I would have the New Day stay tag team champions till Survivor Series, right? Give us Street Profits versus the New Day, and then at TLC, if you want to do the title change there, I'm down with that. I'm not against that at all. All right? I'm not against that at all. But this was good. This was probably one of the only good things on the show. All right? But I got to give credit, man. I got to give credit. I really like, I'm happy to see that, Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, they work well as a tag team. Really did. Moving into the end of the show, we had Ricochet versus Tucker. Ricochet, I think this is the first time we've seen Ricochet since the brand split, since the draft, and that's a shame. I would honestly just send Ricochet back to NXT. It blows my mind that you have someone as talented as Ricochet and you don't know how to use him. For real. He should be in the hunt, fighting for that United States Championship. Hey, you can put him in the main event, fighting for the WWE title. He's that good. But instead, he's doing nothing. Doing absolutely nothing right now. Right? I completely forgot that Ricochet was on Monday Night Raw. Legit. 2 years ago, Ricochet was putting on classics with Velveteen Dream being North American champion in NXT. Now, 2 years later, I completely forgot someone as talented as Ricochet is even on Monday Night Raw. That's a shame. And don't even get me started on Tucker. What the hell is Tucker? What they do to him? This is what happens. You break up a tag team too soon. Too soon. There was no reason for Heavy Machinery to be broken up. No reason. You take the money to bring Briefcase away from Otis. You take his girlfriend and send him the Monday Night Raw. You take Tucker away from him, right? And there was rumors saying that last week that Tucker was moved to SmackDown because they were going to have Tucker and Otis feud. But now tonight, Tucker is on Monday Night Raw. No mention of what Tucker and Otis did, right? Tucker betraying Otis at Hell in a Cell. No mention of that. And now you gave Tucker this whole new look. His hair is down. He's wearing I don't know what the hell he was wearing. I don't know if those were like sweatpants or what. The guy looks like Cassius Ohno from NXT. That's what he looks like. The guy's a joke. The guy's a joke. Really. He looks like he should be an extra on Raw Underground. Really. I don't know, man. Tucker was so good with Otis, and now you messed him up, and now Tucker will never recover unless they put Heavy Machinery back together. I honestly don't know why they did this. Honestly. WWE just loves breaking up tag teams for no reason. No reason. And are we not even going to get the Tucker and Otis feud? Are you trying to insult my intelligence? Are you trying to insult my intelligence? I don't know, man. This company, it's just garbage. It's just garbage. It's just garbage. Anyway, this match lasted like 1 minute, maybe less than that. Ali came down from ring. He came down to the ring, was watching on top of the announce table. Ricochet won with the recoil, whatever. I just look at it as a bootleg code breaker. But either way, he won with the recoil, got the win. After the match, Retribution attacked both both Ricochet and Tucker. Not that I cared. I thought they were going to try to recruit Ricochet to Retribution or something like that. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care about Retribution. You've buried them. You've done the damage. It's not like you can make me forget how you had the Fiend bury them a couple weeks ago, how you had the Hurt Business bury them the last month, right? I don't care. I don't care about Retribution anymore. Sorry. Should have done better. Should have done better. I don't care. Moving on. This is garbage. Well, you can't bury Retribution the last month, right? Can't bury them the last month and then expect, oh man, we got to start building them back up again. No. The 50-50 booking with this company. One of the worst things. One of the worst things. Anyway, to end the show, we had Drew McIntyre versus Miz and Morrison. I didn't watch a second of this. I don't care about Miz. I like John Morrison. Like I said, I like John Morrison. I wish he wasn't in such a terrible tag team with The Miz, right? I like Morrison. I wish he was in a singles run. I would love to see John Morrison fighting for United States Championships or in the main event, right? He's that good. He shouldn't be in a useless tag team with someone like The Miz. Sorry, this is in 2007. But I didn't watch a second of this match. I was too busy watching Brady come back against the Giants. Anyway, this match sucked. I don't care. The match sucked. If you guys thought the match was good for you. I don't care. Match sucked. It was a waste of my time. This is your main event, right? You want me to watch The Miz in the main event of Monday Night Raw in 2020. And what? Miz is probably going to win the WWE Championship soon, right? He's Mr. Money in the Bank. I hope The Miz fails his cash-in. I really do. Because I have no care to see The Miz as WWE Champion. No care. Anyway, McIntyre won the match with a Claymore kick, right? So, Miz and Morrison, this was the same as when they faced Braun Strowman. Remember when Braun Strowman was the Universal Champion back at, I believe it was Backlash earlier this year? This was the same match. The same exact match that we saw earlier in the year. McIntyre won with a Claymore kick, so Miz and Morrison look stupid, right? Two-man can't beat Drew McIntyre. So after the match, Orton came out of nowhere with an RKO, right? And he stood tall with his WWE Championship until Bray Wyatt's laugh filled the arena, and that's how Raw ended. All right? So, like I said, I didn't care about the main event at all. I don't care about McIntyre and Orton. I don't really care about Orton and The Fiend that much. I feel like there is a story there but I don't see The Fiend winning the WWE Championship. I don't see them doing that. The only person I see taking that title away from Orton is Miz via cash-in or Edge whenever he comes back, which will probably be WrestleMania. But other than that, I don't care. Sorry, don't care. Don't care. Like I said, like the title says, and like the beginning of the podcast, we spent the first 10 minutes of the podcast watching more of Monday Night Football and Brady versus the Giants than anything on this show. If you guys want to watch some good WWE, watch SmackDown, because SmackDown has actually been decent. I know you guys have been very happy that I've been doing SmackDown reviews Saturday evenings. All right, so I'm gonna keep doing SmackDown reviews on Saturday evenings because it's better for my schedule. Because I can't do them on Friday nights anymore. Man. But either way, Sasha versus Bayley on SmackDown. I expect Sasha to retain. I only have two requests. Give Sasha and Bayley 45 minutes, the same way you gave Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles 45 minutes on WWE TV earlier this year. Because Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles had one of the best matches of the year earlier this year. Sasha and Bayley deserve that. All right? Sasha and Bayley deserve that. Give them 45 minutes. My second request, I want Sasha to wear her Clash of Champions 2019 ring gear. That's like the Red Sox ring gear that she has, the red, gold, and blue one. I love that gear. And it matches with the SmackDown Women's Championship, so hopefully she wears that this Friday. But either way, that's about it. SmackDown's actually been pretty good for the most part these last couple weeks. Love what they're doing with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, the whole Tribal Chief storyline. I love what they're doing with Sasha and Bayley. Sami Zayn's doing his thing, right? So SmackDown's looking so much better than Raw, guys. I know if you guys want a positive Fitz Monk, right, watch the SmackDown review Saturday evenings. All right? Watch the SmackDown review Saturday evenings if you guys want to see me positive and not ranting for an hour. But, either way, guys, thank you guys so much for the love and support. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the podcast here tonight. Just letting you guys know, I know I was supposed to do a video. All right, I know I was supposed to do a video. Juggernaut says, watch AEW. I do watch AEW. It's just, I just don't have, I could do NXT and AEW reviews, but it's just like, I don't want to spend so much time reviewing WWE during the week. Right? I just don't have the time. It's just way too much time for me to record AEW, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, and then pay-per-views every single week. That's way too much wrestling, man. Like, there's just too much wrestling these days. But either way, guys, I do have a video. We're going to be talking about how to book Sasha Banks as SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm going to release it eventually, right? I just don't know when. I just have a lot on my plate these next couple of days, so eventually, when I have time, I'll have the video come out. But like I said, I'm not excited for Survivor Series. But thank you guys for joining me on the podcast here tonight. As always, guys, leave a like. Go check out the SmackDown review. Go check out the Hell in a Cell review if you guys haven't already. Thank you guys for all the love and support. Other than that, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Go check out Juggernaut's. Go check out Juggernaut's channel. I just gave you a shout out, bro. I will have an extra podcast out this week. If you guys want, I want you guys to leave me in the comment section like bullet points. Give me bullet points of like stuff you want me to talk about on the podcast, right? Because when we do the extra podcast, I just want to have like a bunch of different topics so it can be like very diverse, right? Very diverse. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you guys are new. My shift is over because I get to go home because it's 12 o'clock. All right, so definitely I will have an extra podcast for you guys later. Like I said, leave in the comment section stuff you guys want me to talk about, all right, for later this week. But other than that, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys for all the love and support. Subscribe if you guys are new. Follow me down on social media. I'm active on there. Thank you guys. Once again, stay safe and healthy. Go out and vote tomorrow, guys. Please be safe. Don't do anything stupid. Stay home. Stay with your family and friends. But make sure you guys vote if you guys can. Do your part. All right. Thank you guys for everything once again. I know this was a long ass outro, but either way, it is what it is. Thank you guys once again. I'll see you guys later. Peace.